Hi! Oh my god, Khaos here again. This time with a Tech Genus Synchro deck profile. It's a really nice deck. It focuses on huge synchro combos, but it can also play slow. So yeah, let's go to deck then. 3 Tech Genus Rush Rhino. It becomes a 2000 attack beater when it attacks, and all the Tech Genus monsters have effects that when they're destroyed and sent to graveyard, then you can search a Tech Genus monster from your deck to your hand in the end phase, except itself. So yeah, this is definitely a not bad card for attack power. Then Tech Genus Werewolf, a really essential card for this deck. When a level 4 or lower monster is special summoned, you can pair summon this card from your hand, and it has the same effect as other Tech Genus monsters. Then 3 Tech Genus Striker. It's the main tuner of the deck. It has that Cyber Dragon ability that you can play some this card from your hand if you don't have any monsters and your opponent has a monster, so definitely it's really good. And then Tech Genus Cyber Magician, which is a level 1 tuner. And if you use this card Synchro Material monster for Tech Genus Synchro monster, you can use Synchro materials from the hand as well. Or at least, but they have to be Tech Genus monsters, of course. Then your Chunk Doppel engine, which is a really essential part of this deck. 3 Chunk Synchron and 3 Doppel Warrior. So yeah, the main combo to summon out your Halberd Cannon for shooting Quasar Dragon is that you spell summon a Tech Genus Striker from your hand, then spell summon Tech Genus Werewolf, synchro into Hyper Librarian, then you normal summon Chunk Synchron, spell summon a Tech Genus Striker from a graveyard with Chunk Synchron's effect, or Tech Genus Cyber Magician if you have it in a graveyard. Then you spell summon a Doppel Warrior from a hand because a monster was spell summoned from the graveyard. Then you synchro Chunk Synchron and Doppel Warrior into any of your other level 5s. Then you get the 2 Doppel tokens. Then you synchro summon the Doppel tokens with Tech Genus Striker, summon out from Pole Striker, which is a new card from Primal Origin. Or you revive the Tech Genus Cyber Magician, you just synchro with one of the Doppel tokens into Formula Synchron. So definitely a really good card in here. It's pretty much a 4 card combo, which might seem a little hard to get, but all the Tech Genus must of course searchable by themselves. And Chunk Synchron is searchable with tuning. Doppel Warrior is probably the most unsearchable. It's only searchable with reinforcements of the army. So yeah. Now Brotherhood of the 5-piece pair. I use this because it's searchable with Tenki. It's really good with that card as well. Of course I use Tenki because I can search Tech Genus Werewolf with it. And it's really good for destroying monsters and to get the farm formation Tenki from our deck if you do battle damage with this card. Then spells, 2 tuning to search at your Chunk Synchron. 3 farm formation Tenki to search at either Tech Genus Werewolf or Bear. Reinforcement of the army to search out either Chunk Synchron, Doppel Warrior or Tech Genus Striker. 2 Mystical Space Typhoon, of course Background Wall and Dark Hole. No traps, you have pretty large trap lineup. Solar Morning, of course, the most broken tap card in the game. 2 DGX3 which is like a Bloodfire race for a deck. You must return 3 Tech Genus monsters from a graveyard to the deck, and then you can draw 2 cards. So that will be a really good card to recycle your Tech Genus monsters, because you can run out of them sometimes. Then 2 TG1 EM1, which is like creature swap for Tech Genus deck, but you can you must choose the monster you want from opponent's side. Then 2 Reinforced Truth. You can press one level 2 or lower for a type monster from your deck. You cannot do your battle phase during the turn you activate this card. But of course you're going to mostly activate in your opponent's end phase. Mostly to spell someone a turn striker from a deck, so you can go for combos. But sometimes you can also spell someone double warrior if you want. Then 2 Call of Taunted, just to revive your monsters, can be pretty useful. And you can, if it's targeted by MST, you can just chain it and get a Jackson's monster back to get the search. Then Bottomless Trap Hole, of course, Black Hole of Heaven, good in this game nowadays, and 2 French Chain, of course, Master Effect Negation. Now the extra deck. Tech Genus Harbor Cannon, which is Delta Axel Synchro of this deck. It can pretty much negate the summon of the monster once per turn, and may discard sent from the field to the graveyard. You can plus one Tech Genus monster from a graveyard. It's pretty good, but unfortunately it's completely outclassed by this card, which is Shooting Quasar Dragon. So I haven't even summoned it once, because mostly I want to go for this. So yeah, but I still keep it in because it's, yeah, Tech Genus monster. Then of course Shooting Quasar Dragon, the one you want to summon as soon as possible, if you can. Of course it can attack twice, pretty much, and you can negate once per turn, negate the card or effect. So yeah, it's a really powerful card, and when this card leaves the field, you can put someone a Shooting Starter from your X deck. So it's an extremely powerful card. Most of the time, if you get the shot, you have pretty much won the game. Of course, only sometimes your opponent can get around this card. Then Tech Genus Blade Buster. Yeah, it's really good. Maybe if it is targeted by opponent's spell or trap, you can discard 1 card to negate the effect. And during opponent's turn, once you can banish 1 Tech Genus monster from a graveyard to banish this piece of card. And during the next time phase, you can press on this card banished by this effect. So it's definitely really good boss monster that can dodge most of things. Then Shooting Star Dragon, mostly just to summon with Shooting Quasar Dragon's effect, but you can summon this card sometimes. Then Star Dragon, just in case I want to summon Shooting Star Dragon the normal way. I can summon it sometimes. It's not that easy to summon level 8 Synchros in here, but it can happen. Then HCS Behemoth, if I want to go for level 6 Synchro. Tech Genus Hub Librarian, of course, really good in here. Get those throws if you Synchro summon. Then Tech Genus Power Gladiator, which has inflicts piercing damage, and when it's destroyed, you can draw 1 card. Tech Genus Modern Magician, which is a Synchro tuner. When it's Synchro summoned, you can destroy 1 spell or trap on the field. Actually it's a mandatory effect, so you have to be careful if opponent doesn't have any spells and traps and you have to destroy 1 of your own, and that won't be good. So yeah, and also when it's destroyed, you can draw 1 card, so yeah. Then 1 Chunk Warrior, you need a beater, use a Chunk Warrior along with a Double Warrior. Then Armada's Keeper of Boundaries, one of the best level 5 Synchros. If this card attacks or is attack, your opponent can't activate any cards or effects till the end of damage step. So definitely really good, no hands or anything like that. Then Unexhausted Catastrophe, of course really good. Can destroy any non-dark monster that battles with this card. Then Phonal Pulse Dragon, it's a level 4 Synchro tuner, and when it's Synchro summoned, I can declare a level from 1 to 3, and then the level of this card becomes that level. But I cannot summon for the rest of the turn except for Synchro summon using this card as Synchro material monster. So yeah, you mostly, of course, you're going to Synchro summon this card last in your Synchro combo. So yeah, definitely a very essential part, and made the deck a lot better. Previously you had to have a level 1 tuner in your graveyard to do that same combo, to summon Shooting Quasar Dragon or Harbor Cannon, but now it's a lot easier thanks to this card. Then of course format synchron, of course really good synchrotoner. And finally Tech Genus recipe for Dragonfly, just in case if I want to have that a non-tuner level 2 synchro. And I can also pretty much break up my Tech Genus Blade Buster, which can be really good. So yeah. So this was my Tech Genus Synchro tech profile. It's definitely something I really like. It can be competitive as well, but of course it's yeah, it definitely has potential, I think. Profile. I hope you enjoyed this. For now, goodbye and Khaos!